Wait, Kevin McCarthy openly stated, I just remembered, Kevin McCarthy openly stated that Benghazi was tanking Hillary Clinton's poll numbers, like in public. Okay, I can't help myself. I'm moving on. You need re-education. I'm going to say it again. All of you need re-education. Re-education camps to all of you. Hillary Clinton will be there.
Hillary Clinton speaking out about the chaos between House Republicans during an exclusive interview with CNN's Christiane Amanpour. Clinton discussed everything from her views on Jim Jordan as a potential speaker to the divide over Ukraine funding. Here's part of that conversation.
My goat, my queen.
Here we are in Washington, D.C., amidst another malfunction. The whole world is looking at what's happening in the House and the historic ouster of a speaker. Is American democracy in trouble?
Yes, absolutely, it's in trouble. It was in trouble before this latest incident. This just makes it abundantly clear to anybody paying attention that we have one political party that unfortunately is in absolute hostage situation with its most extreme members. And Kevin McCarthy, who, I have no, relationship with of any kind, but when he actually did the right thing for the country and kept us from going into a government shutdown, he was punished. And he was punished because he worked with Democrats. He worked for the good of the country. He was not continuing to be captive to the far-right extremists. So they toppled him. It was a very small number as you look at...
It's crazy to me that she's on Clinton News Network specifically to give bad analysis. Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to fucking tank Biden? Like, what's happening? Are you still mad that you weren't president? Fuck.
Hillary Clinton speaking out about the chaos.
I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I hate Twitter videos so bad.
It was in trouble before this latest incident. This just makes it abundantly clear to anybody paying attention that we have one political party that unfortunately is in absolute hostage situation with its most extreme members. And Kevin McCarthy, who, I have no, relationship with of any kind, but when he actually did the right thing for the country and kept... Dude, that's nuts. Factually, she's right. Politically, she's insane. No, she's not fucking... Dude, what are you talking about, dude? Why is she defending Kevin McCarthy? He's not even your party. What are you doing? This literally goes against what the Democratic Party has done thus far. This, in and of itself, this statement right here literally makes it seem like the Democrats actually did the wrong thing by ousting Kevin McCarthy. You understand that? What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, dumbass? Why are you back on television doing this? She's not fucking right. Like, if you are going to be a Democrat, why can't you be a Democrat when they're actually doing the good thing and doing the right thing? Especially when it is demonstrably false that Kevin McCarthy was punished for doing the right thing and keeping the government open. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Kevin McCarthy literally... He opened up an impeachment inquiry with zero evidence. He allowed that to go through on Joe Biden, who is the Democratic president. I don't know if you know this because you're not president. He is, right? Like, how do Democrats not just lose their fucking minds at this person? I don't even like the Democratic Party, and I'm mad on behalf of the Democratic Party. Kept us from going into a government shutdown. He was punished, and he was punished because he worked with Democrats. He worked for the good of the country. He never did that. He did not work with Democrats. He did not work for the good of the country. What are you saying? No, he didn't. He was not continuing to be captive. Holy fuck, she needs to be put in a re-education camp, dude. I take it back. I only heard that she was advocating for re-education camps, which I thought was awesome because I am an advocate for it. I did not realize that she was the one who needed to be put in the fucking... What? The single strongest argument against Hillary Clinton's claim that only men start wars is the career of Hillary Clinton. True. To the far-right extremists. So they toppled him. It was a very small number as you look at the vote.
But now we're, reaping the consequences of their misbehavior.
So should the
Bro, she's so moderate. She's so fucking moderate that she ended up triangulating to the center of the Republican Party. Like, what's happening?
Democrats have saved him, so to speak? Should they have voted?
She just likes being a centrist for the sake of centrism so much that, like, she's like, I'm in the center of the Republican Party sometimes. Sometimes I'm in the center of the Democratic Party. Don't matter. I'm just a centrist for the sake of it all, Fuck it. YOLO. Love that shit.
To keep him in?
That was a very tough call for the Democratic caucus. But the problem was for them, as I understand it, he was totally untrustworthy by any measure. He immediately after they did help him keep the government open, as you know, began to blame them for all kinds of, extraneous matters. And at some point, a leader who has lost all credibility in dealing with the opposition, where you want to have an open line of communication, you want to be able to trust his word, is going to, ask for their help and not get it.
Mm-hmm. It's said that the main contenders for his position are Jim Jordan, who you know very well from Benghazi.
Oh, I don't know him well. I watched him and stared at him for 11 hours while he made stuff up about me. So I don't know him, but I've seen him in action.
So what will it mean if he gets the speakership?
Well, I mean, he is one of the principal...
Bro, who gives a fuck about... What? Why are you asking Hillary Clinton... Wait, Kevin McCarthy openly stated, I just remembered, Kevin McCarthy openly stated that Benghazi was tanking Hillary Clinton's poll numbers, like in public, which, by the way, not the best politics, okay? I'm just gonna, that's more of a testament to Kevin McCarthy being a fucking idiot, but like, he literally was one of the people that openly stated that they were weaponizing the Benghazi trials against Hillary Clinton. And it wasn't like a whistleblower moment. He was just like openly saying like, oh yeah. And this fucking idiot is still defending him as though he is some centrist. That in and of itself is literally exactly what I fucking hate about centrist Democrats, and because it perfectly captures the essence of what my problem is with the Republican Party. The most centrist, most moderate fucking Republican that will always get defended by these fucking idiotic Democrats is still a psychopath. You feel me? That's my fucking anger. People find Ted Cruz to be despicable, but like, how cucked can you get, dude? You're supposed to be this big badass who almost became president.
Ringleaders of the circus that's been created in the Republican Party for the last several years. I have no inside knowledge about what the Republicans will do, who they will end up voting for. But when do they put the country first? They do not represent a majority of even the Republican Party. When you look at the extremists in the House, they certainly don't represent a majority of the country. And, somebody has to stand up and say enough. We can have disagreements. I'm all for that. I was in the Senate for 8 years. I worked with a lot of Republicans and, opposed them when I didn't agree. But at some point, there needs to be a backlash against the control that this small group of extremists have. And I don't know who will lead that, but let's hope whoever becomes the new speaker will.
Where's the fucking Hillary Clinton said re-education camps video? That's what I want to see, man. All right, come on. Come on, give me some good shit, dog.
Very strong partisans in both parties in the past. And we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, gun control and climate change and the economy and taxes. But there wasn't this little tail of extremism wagging the dog of the Republican Party as it is today. Mm-hmm. And sadly,
This is pure fantasy. This is pure fantasy. This is pure fantasy. She's out of her fucking mind. Dude, wedge issues were introduced specifically to divide both parties on ideological boundaries, even though both parties are two different sides of the capitalist coin. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, every fucking moderate is still a psycho. Shut the fuck up. Every moderate is still a psycho. What are you saying? George W. Bush did not want stem cell research to happen. He set back like scientific accomplishments in this country. They were anti-teaching evolution in schools. You are insane. Shut the fuck up. They were all anti-gay marriage. They still are. It's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb.
So many of those extremists, those MAGA
right, give me the
extremists,
full one. Give me the full Monty.
Take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure.
I want to hear this in our own. Here, we saw this part.
How is this still happening?
It's the classic tale of an authoritarian populist who really has a grip on the emotional, psychological needs and desires of a portion of the population. And the base of the Republican Party, for whatever combination of reasons, and it is emotional and psychological, sees in him someone who speaks for them. And they are determined that they will continue to vote for him, attend his rallies, wear his merchandise, because for whatever reason, he and his very negative, nasty form of politics resonates with them. Maybe they don't like migrants. Maybe they don't like gay people or black people or the woman who got the promotion at work they didn't get. Whatever the reason, Make America Great Again was a bid for nostalgia, to return to a place where, people could be in charge of their lives, feel empowered, say what they want, insult whoever came in their way. And that was really attractive to a significant portion of the Republican base. So it is like a cult. And somebody has to break the, break that momentum. And that's why I believe Joe Biden will defeat him. And hopefully then that will be the end and the fever will break. And then Republicans can try to get back to, fighting about issues among themselves and electing people who are at least, responsible and accountable.
Are you concerned that a third-party candidate on the Democratic side could thwart Joe Biden's chances?
I am always concerned about a third party. That's what happened to me, as we all...
Oh, I knew she was going to say that. Yeah. It was crazy when Jill Stein told her not to fucking go to Wisconsin. That shit was wild. Is she wrong? Yeah, of course she's wrong, man. Get the fuck out of here. I hate this argument so much. Yes, she's absolutely wrong. You are not owed votes. What kind of fucking psychotic shit are we doing? Okay? What are we doing? You're not owed votes, man. You're not. If you came within a margin of the guy who you personally thought you could easily defeat, which is why you did the Pied Piper strategy and told media to heavily cover Donald Trump before in the primaries because you thought you miscalculated and thought that he would be the easiest to defeat, and you still came within a margin of fucking defeat because of third-party voters, that is entirely on you. You know what the Electoral College looks like. You're running for president. You're a career politician. That's fucking insane. You can fling caca at every single person, but ultimately it was your fucking failure. It was the Democratic Party's massive fuck up, massive failure. Say caca correctly? Caca. I forget she's the devil. My bad, chat. I mean, she's not just the devil for obvious reasons. She's not just the staple of neoliberal corruption, imperialism, wheeling and dealing, being friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay? Those are all good reasons to shit on her. But then also on top of that, the problem is that her and the Democratic Party never wanted to learn from those lessons. They never did. They kept on saying, no, you should have voted for me. I did. I voted for her. I did. I voted for her. I was right. I said Donald Trump is significantly worse than Hillary Clinton. It's without a doubt. Okay? I did. It's on the record. You can find my commentary from the time. Okay? Which is why it's funny. Because people always are like, oh, typical Bernard brother. He fucking hates voting. Probably, I bet he tells people that he doesn't think you should vote. It's like, dude, I have been publicly fucking speaking about elections since 2015. Like, you can just Google it. Yeah, I've been publicly fucking your moms and publicly talking about, all of these elections. Anyway.
I can recall, and helped by a lot of other forces, and that could happen again this time. So, of course, I worry about anyone who might take votes away from President Biden, because, I'm in the camp, Christian, that says, why do you actually hire a politician? What is it you want? And what I want is somebody who can get the job done. And Biden has done an amazing job by any measure. People have talked about infrastructure forever. He passed the bill. People have talked about losing advanced manufacturing to China. He passed the bill. People have talked about getting clean energy actually to produce even more and more jobs. He passed the bill. Negotiating for drug prices, all of these things which many of us have tried to get done in, the Senate and beyond, he's gotten done. And it's going to change Americans' lives for the better, and it's going to enhance and grow our economy. And when people say, well, I don't know, pay attention, please. Pay attention to what he's gotten accomplished. But if you don't want to be for him on the merits the way I am, be for him because the alternative could end our democracy. And I don't say that lightly.
Our chief international anchor, Christian Amanpour, is back with us. Now, Christian, there's a lot that I actually want to discuss with you about that entire interview. But the one thing I was struck by in what we just heard was the idea that if Biden wins in 2024, that's the moment.
She's scalding, really going to reach the people. I don't understand why. The Democratic Party's strategy is just trying to bully people into going out and voting. Like, even the Republican Party's strategy of saying, if you vote for Democrats, homosexuality is coming to your doorstep and your children are going to be trans, is still better than the Democratic Party strategy of being like, hey, you better vote. We demand it. You have to vote. And if you don't vote for us, then you're a fucking piece of shit. Like, I don't hear from Republicans. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are out there. I mean, I follow them pretty fucking closely. But like, Republicans don't do finger wagging. Even after the midterms, when they got fucking cum-stirred, when the red tsunami turned into a red puddle, they didn't turn around and go, well, you should have voted for us, you fucking idiots. Like, they didn't do that. They were like, what the fuck did we do wrong? What the fuck did we do? What did we do wrong? What did we fuck up on? Now, did they actually arrive at the correct conclusions? No, seemingly not really, because there is still a very big Trump problem, okay, within the Republican Party. And not only is there a big Trump problem, there's also a problem of like pushing for like more insane policy positions that are chosen, it seems like, out of a fucking bag. Be like, oh, trans people inside of schools, that's we got to stop that. It's like, that's a fraction of the nobody cares. Like, that's insane. It's such a tiny percentage of the population. Just run on the economy. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Of course, I don't know what your solutions to the economy problem are, because, going back and being like, yeah, you guys know how we're going to fix the economy, boys. We're going to fucking give tax cuts to the corporations. Like, okay, good luck. I don't think that's going to be as popular, brother. I'm not joking when I say Trump gave me cash and that makes me want to vote for him. I won't, because I'm not a psycho, but material change is what they need to offer me to make me want to vote. Yeah. Look, Chatters asked earlier, why is Ronald Reagan popular with Latino populations? And I told you, amnesty. You don't forget that kind of shit, dude. You get a lifelong voter after that. Okay?
Moment where the fever breaks. I've heard some iteration of that now for 7 or 8 years from Democrats. Do you think she really believes it?
Yeah, I think she really believes it, but more importantly, she really believes it has to happen in order to save America's democracy. As we started, I asked her, is American democracy in trouble? And she said, yes, no thoughts, no hesitation, no nothing. It's in trouble. And that's a problem for this country, and it's a problem for the rest of the world that looks to America for its democratic leadership. So it's a big deal what's happening. And we see across the world the ripple effects of the dysfunction that continues in this city.
Was Bracero program a Reagan thing? No, what? No, the Bracero program is like in World War I and World War II, chatter. True, my dad got his papers due to Reagan and he's a Democrat. He thinks he's God's president, Lamau. Yeah, Reagan Democrats blow my fucking mind. I guess it's actually not that surprising considering that... Wait, did I miss the formal deprogramming line? I think I did. Was I pissing when she said the formal deprogramming, when she said re-education camps? That's crazy. That's like the 8th time. I found the exact 50-second clip and then clip chimp myself for no fucking reason. Here, okay, we're just going to run this.
Very strong partisans in both parties in the past. And we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, gun control and climate change and the economy and taxes. But there wasn't this little tail of extremism waving, you know.
My dad is black and is a Reagan Democrat. Anything is possible. Dude, Dad, I don't understand. Black Democrats for Reagan, dog. That's insane. He has to be a small business owner, though. I guess that's like not that insane.
Wagging the dog of the Republican Party as it is today. And sadly, so many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself. He's now defending himself in civil actions and criminal actions. And when do they break with him? You know, because at some point, you know, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members. But
yeah, re-education camps, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go. She's right. She's right. The only time she's ever been right, dude. Fuck. She said formal deprogramming. Oh my God, dude. Every Republican. This is going to be played everywhere.
something.
Okay? This is going to be... This has 11,000 likes so far. Since yesterday, which is not that crazy from the Blaze. Oh my God. This was actually edited. She actually had formal culling. CPUSA chairwoman Hillary Clinton. Yeah, that's fire. I think, especially if you're Hillary Clinton, you definitely shouldn't say that. But I do like that she did. Yeah, Mike Pillow says he's lost everything. Biden is under fire for the expansion of the wall on the southern border, which I talked about earlier. But
the Biden administration taking some heat.